I just want everybody to go listen to our podcast because maybe not this, but you may have done other things, homewrecker.
I mean, I wasn't a homewrecker. I was an accidental homewrecker. There's a difference.
Hi, I'm Edison. I'm a Libra, and I'm looking for my soulmate who I lost in a past life. And my hobby is spending other people's money.
Which way we're going?
Topher, you.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Topher, America's favorite strong, independent, Black, Catholic, white Christian woman who don't need no man, and I'm looking for a man.
Oh.
I like long walks to my fridge and taking naps, and I would like a man with a pulse and a credit score. Doesn't have to be good, just exist, please. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I'm a Pisces, and I'm looking for a rich baby daddy. Non-violent criminal records are welcome. I don't judge, as long as I'm getting a weekly allowance, and yeah, that's all.
Hobbies?
Hobbies. I like watching my little shows and being a menace about them. So you will also have to tolerate that, but you will.
Hi, I'm Sean. And I just... men. That's it. I like long walks on the beach and some other corny things. I also love sundays, so there's that.
I like Sundays too.
I like
the ice cream, not the day.
It's a Sunday.
Hi, I'm DC, and I'm looking to be left alone. No, I'm emotionally unavailable.
Go on.
And I will love bomb you. And I'm just, I'm looking for intellectual discourse, which I'm left alone, and also somebody who really can be ridiculous. My hobbies are reading philosophy, international relations, sociology, and all the smart stuff that, doesn't get you paid for doing anything. So,
Hey everyone, welcome to our 2024 Valentine's Day Hug, Marry, Avoid collab. Thanks for joining us on this lovely day where if you're not doing something, you're in good company here, unless someone here is doing something. Is anyone doing anything for Valentine's Day?
Working.
Hell no. That. Mm-hmm.
It's not Valentine's Day. It's the best day of the year, February 15th, when chocolate goes on sale.
I spent all weekend trying to curate a list of delegates, of candidates for us to give our opinions on. I had to do extensive background research on everybody's tastes, and I failed. And I was...
That was that ping on my credit report.
And yes, I tried to just pair everyone up, put them in categories, and the categories probably don't make sense, but we did our best. Choosing who to hug, marry, avoid. If you haven't seen our last year's video, you can also check it out. It was a lot of fun. This year, I had to really draw on 2023 BLs, and so I think almost half the list is only friends people.
That makes sense.
Before we get started, Sean, do you have any other Valentine's stories where you cook lobster?
No. And then got my heart broken? No.
Right? Oh my goodness. Thanks for bringing the trauma back, Edison. Way to go to get it started.
This is not therapy.
Right. Okay. Hey, Shao, could you do me a favor?
No, I don't.
Trauma done? And we can really get into the feeling of Valentine's Day. Yeah.
That's okay.
You want to start now?
Okay, so Hug, Marry, Avoid 2024. Let's start with our first category, which is babes. So...
Oh.
With we have Babe from Pit Babe. We have Yai from The Sign, and we have Mork from Fish Upon the Sky. Pit Babe just finished. I've only watched the first episode, so I want to hear what all the fuss is about. I want to hear all the juicy details of why people might love our character of Babe. Yai, I think I've only watched like 3 episodes or 4 of The Sign, but you know, Yai is an obvious eye catcher in the show, so I was like, yeah, we can put him in. And Fish Upon the Sky, Mork. Yeah, these are our choices. I'll let someone else go first because I have not watched through all of these shows, so I don't have that much information.
I mean, for me, it's an obvious choice. I would go more with Mork anyways, so because it's Pond.
For which one?
What? Mork?
Marry,
kill,
hug.
Oh, right. I thought pick.
Avoid.
Tiny.
No, that's it. Oh, dang! I was like, this is
all
easy.
3 of them at one time. Easy for me. Mork, marry, Babe, hug. And Yai avoid because
gasp
because I haven't seen The Sign.
Oh.
But I know what Babe can do. He's a special alpha.
I feel like I'm trying to hold back here. I never finished Fish Upon the Sky, so I'm gonna pick Avoid for Mork. Babe. Babe, hug, marry, smash, baby daddy.
Right.
All of the above. Yai, his character he's like very much, I feel like, a comedic element of The Sign. So I would give him a hug. And he seems very big. Like, he's very muscular. He's very tall.
Yes.
So it would be a nice
hug.
hug. It would be a good hug. But yeah, I'm going with Babe. I'm sorry. He's not even my favorite in the show, but I'm all of the above.
So you're not avoiding anyone.
Oh,
she's avoiding
wait.
Mork.
Yeah, Mork.
Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
don't really know. I don't know the character much.
Well, I've only seen The Sign. I'm starting Pit Babe later this week because my people voted on it. So that's where I've not seen Fish Upon the Sky. It's on the list somewhere. So I feel like I have to marry Yai, which would involve a lot of hugs with friction. Lots of hugs. From the sound of what everyone has been moaning over the last 2.5 minutes, I guess I'm hugging Babe. Apparently it's real good. And I don't know if it's just this particular thumbnail we have of Mork. Like, he is absolutely beautiful. Like, my God, the lips, the cheekbones, the eyes, nose, the ears, everything is beautiful. But there's something about this particular picture where he looks untrustworthy. Where I'm like, I don't know if it's just a bad thumbnail, but he looks like a dangerous character in a series that I would be screaming at the main character, don't go with him. He's August. I don't know. So I'm avoiding him.
No.
So I'm avoid Mork.
Okay.
But I don't know because I haven't seen the series. Just based off the thumbnail.
I thought we had some.
Okay, I'll do this for
pond
real now.
lovers. I thought we had some pond lovers.
I was. I would marry
I do
Pond.
love Pond. But
I mean, yes, he's beautiful. I would marry him.
Sure.
Well, he's in the U.S. right now, apparently. So,
But the nipples are just staring into my soul. So I have
I you know what? I'm gonna say marry Mork because he is a lovely man, very stable.
Right.
From what I remember, anyways, that was a while ago. I'll hug Babe, among other things.
What is happening in this?
I don't want to avoid Yai, but I feel like that's the only option I have here, so I guess I'd have to.
But look at the nipples.
Right.
I didn't say that I would want to.
The nipples are nippling.
Listen, I feel like, you know what? That's my opinion.
That's fine.
It's a good opinion. It's agreeable opinion.
Wouldn't go that far, but it's an opinion.
It's the same thing I did. So
Yes.
I don't understand this Alpha Omegaverse stuff. So when I was watching the first episode of Kid Babe, I was like, he wants an alpha. That's probably not me. And he's very specific. So I think I might avoid Babe. No, as beautiful as he is, you know, I don't
He is so beautiful.
think we're compatible. Mork, I would hug. I like his voice. So if I hug him, I'm going to squeeze him really tight. So then I can hear his voice in my ear. And then I guess I would marry Yai. Because
Yeah.
he seems really supportive in the show. That's a good quality to have.
Yes, he's a lovable himbo. We love those.
Yes, himbo. That's exactly what he is.
We had Babes, and now it's time for the opposite, which is actually no, not the opposite. It's time for what am I saying? We had Babes, and now it's time
The
for baby girls.
Oh, I feel like this is an attack on me.
I did not. I did.
Can I just-
It is an attack on Kayla.
Say that?
It is very targeted towards Kayla.
Very
It
much.
is.
It's explicitly.
It
for
totally
Kayla.
is.
Yep.
This is the
Oh my god.
This is so we have Jeng from Step by Step. I have not watched Step by Step, but Kayla has. We have Kuea from Cutie Pie, and you know Kayla loves Kuea. And we have I Feel You Linger in the Air, and you know we are very familiar with Kayla's thoughts on I Feel You Linger in the Air. So
Oh.
I've never heard that. I for one would love to hear what Kayla's feelings are about this series.
what? I've never heard Kayla ever mention this series.
Kayla, why didn't you mention the show ever?
It must have slipped my mind. I don't know. This one is hard. I need to run you through my thought process. Okay. Starting with Kuea. Okay, I don't want to get between him and Leon, but if I marry, but Jeng, very established, rich businessman.
No.
Yai, just like the most romantic person in the time period. Sir, this is too hard. I can't do it. I don't want to avoid anybody.
Perfect. You changed cameras.
I did.
That's okay.
My good one died.
You're more pink now.
I'm not translucent.
Okay, so
You know how they tell you, like, don't meet your idols?
oh,
I'm going to avoid Kuea
Oh.
because I want him and Leon to just live their life separate from me.
oh,
Okay. And then I'm going to marry Jeng because he is older, he's rich, and he has like the daddy vibes. Which Yai is supposed to be 20.
Yeah.
That's too young for me. So I'm going to have to marry Jeng and then hug Yai. And it would be a very good hug, but that's all he's getting from me.
Well, I actually have the exact same ranking for very different reasons. So I'm avoiding Kuea. I haven't watched Cutie Pie, the sequel series. I haven't watched Cutie Pie 2, Forever for You, Electric Boogaloo, or whatever it was called. I'll get to it at some point in time. But I just remember there was a lot of time I spent not enjoying Kuea throughout the first series. And I feel like I came around towards him at the end, but there was just a lot of time. That's what's stuck in my head. The time that I did not enjoy him versus the time that I did enjoy him. And he's also like 15. And I
What?
I'm pretty sure he's older than Yai.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He looks 12. I
Funny.
don't know what to tell you. Yai, similar to what Kayla said, like the whole time period might be a little uncomfortable, to say the least, to live in. Also, I just don't know him very well. But Jeng, he reminds me so much of Sphinx from History 3 Trapped. Just this kind of mature man, and he's got nipples, and apparently he's wealthy. Yes, but his are here, and they're clear, and they're staring into my soul. So just by default, I should marry him. But he seems the most mature of the three. Like, just looking based solely on faces, like he looks like, oh, that is a grown-ass man, versus this is a boy in college and this is a cute young man in another century. So yes, I think I would marry Jeng, because that would involve hugs. I would hug Yai, because, you know, he seems like a sweet boy, and, you know, very romantic, I'm sure, very sweet. And then, yeah, avoid Kuea. Kuea.
Okay, well, I'm gonna marry Kuea. Y'all can avoid him all you want.
I knew you would.
And good for you.
I know your type, Sean. I know.
And he is definitely older than Yai. Although I do like, I haven't seen Step by Step, so I have to, like, that's automatically. As much as it sounds like I would actually really like Jeng and absolutely need that kind of man in my life, I don't know him, so I can't marry him. So I'd have to avoid, because I already am. But hug Yai, I feel like he'd be a good hugger anyways, but also the time period. I feel like Yai is going to give you that kind of hug that is going to make, like, heal your soul.
He's gonna smell like frangipani and olive oil.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And then I'm going to be like, why you got that, all of that? Why you smell like olive oil like this?
Nibble, nibble, nibble.
Now that I finished the series.
Because
I actually don't know what happened in the end, because Yai is now in the present. Sorry for anyone.
La 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 la.
oh my goodness.
La 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 la.
Oh my, I can't believe you. Why are you just like spread? Why do you?
Sorry, I meant spoiler.
It's fine.
Spoiler.
He's a goldfish. He'll forget it by tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
So
I can't say anything about spoilers. That was me all last recording.
But does that mean Yai is more accessible? Like, if he's here, we don't have to go to the past.
But he's still 20.
He could be older than 20 in the present.
In the present, he's older.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's 21.
I just started reading the book, so I can't really, I don't know too much.
It's hard to decide, because you don't know what present Yai is like, or what his providing skills are. I don't know. Actually, I still don't know. DC, you go.
Oh my God.
Girl, this was your list.
Right. You know, you had a whole week to look
You
at
had the
it.
longest time to think about this
Literally.
out of all of us.
You had the surprise, like, oh my God. This category. First of all, Mary Yai. Everybody's like, oh, he's young. I'm like, no, baby was born in 1900s. He's me now. It's going to be a
He got
August,
once at the
December. He's 100 plus.
You about
And
to
I
leave
hate
me a
saying
fortune.
he made a fortune, and he's the older daddy who I'm marrying because I like him, and then you know, achoo, and then he's just anyway. Avoid cutie pie, Kuea. I haven't seen that. And because also I don't want to fight Sean. That's the only thing, really, because it's just like I don't like getting on. If a friend of mine is interested in somebody, I'm like, okay, other fish in the sea, other fish in this category. And Jeng, because reasons. Actually, 2 of them.
Again.
Beep, boop. Look, they are powerful weapons, okay?
I'm just saying he looks like he's being an adult there and like putting chewing a shirt. It's like a really adult shirt. Look right there. He's being an adult.
It's a dad shirt.
It's a mature man shirt. He's going to the office, okay?
Right.
He's about to make business nipple deals, and he is about to like close on like billions of dollars.
I'm just hugging him for his day to get on to a good start. So
To get
hug
on to
him.
me, yes.
All right, I'll send him your way afterward.
I'll probably have to avoid Kuea because there's no way I can give Kiyoi what Kiyoi needs in my position. I think I'll have
And what position is that?
someone without financial stability.
Nice save.
Right.
Kiyoi like, pick me up and put me on the counter. And I'm like, ugh. Kiyoi like, I can't cook an egg. I'm like, I can't cook an egg either, babe.
We are the same.
Yeah, Kiyoi like, my family's going bankrupt. I'm like, you were born into wealth. I get what? So that's your fault. Like, so
My family started bankrupt.
I haven't watched Step by Step, so I'll have to hug Jeng. I don't know what his qualities are or his qualifications. Nipples. But so I'll marry Yai because Yai carries his wisdom from previous lives, apparently. And he is very funny when he enlarges his eyes. I think I'll get a lot of laughs when he does the thing with his eyes where he's like threatening you, and it's very funny. I think he's just sensitive. Like he will listen to you if you need it, and he's pretty. So, yeah.
He is pretty.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Oh, this is piece of cake.
So we have Hira from My Beautiful Man, Nick from Only Friends, and Shao from History 3 Trapped. I was thinking whether or not to put Tor in from Secret Crush on You.
For me, I would say marry Nick because I love him. He's adorbs. And he's, out of all of them, they're all a little crazy. I don't know. He's maybe more adorable crazy. Obsessive. I would...
Wait, you're marrying Nick?
I would marry Nick, yeah. Mainly because Mark, but also because
Fair.
Points were made.
I'm kind of in a toss-up between Hira and Shao because I could go either way. I would say hug Hira because he makes me laugh, and maybe just avoid Shao.
Wrong choice.
To you.
It's just a wrong choice. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm having the same dilemma because we're going to be three-way married with Nick, first of all.
I'm cool with
And
that.
it is partially because it's Mark.
I'm cool with that.
But also I just loved Nick, and I think that he needs someone to love him. But I'm in the same exact dilemma. I don't know. I might have to avoid Hira as much as it pains me.
Yes.
Because he is very temperamental and I am very temperamental, and we might kill each other. So I'm going to hug Shao because Shao is just like a cutie. I love him. Everyone loves him.
Of course.
Kato first. How wrong are you?
I mean, I'm the only right one so far. I mean, the obvious answer is to marry Shao Fei. Like, obviously, we love on Shao Fei. We marry Shao Fei. Look at those ears. Look at that cowlick. That man is precious. There's just, he's the only character of the three that, like, I watch the series and I just get unbridled joy watching him. The others, I'm like, y'all are crazy as shit and y'all need some therapy. Y'all need some help. And that's fun. From afar.
We can change it.
I will have fun watching y'all's
Exactly.
relationship. But me and Shao Fei, like, I just want that. Nick needs a hug. He needs a hug. He needs comfort. He needs support. He needs therapy, as we've said. He needs a lot of things. So I want to hug him. And Hira just... they got a special relationship, and I just don't want a part of it, so I avoid them both.
Edison, go ahead.
It's difficult because they all have great qualities. You know, Hira cooks croquettes, and I love croquettes. They're so yummy.
So random.
As if that's not such a plus.
It is.
That is
It's a plus I didn't think of, yes.
Nick,
I'm reconsidering.
Nick is Mark, so and then he doesn't go like off the rails unless you play with his heart, and I would never do that. So, you know, I feel like I could maintain Nick's stability. So I think that's, you don't think so, Kayla? You think Nick's just gonna...
That's an assumption.
No, I'm just like away from him.
Shao Fei.
He was already a lot.
Shao Fei's adorable.
You have a third person.
Oh,
Right.
I like Shao Fei's voice. I like his playfulness. I don't like his like enthusiasm sometimes when he's like, please try coke with this spicy food. I'm like, oh, stop pushing your taste onto me. He seems very work focused. I'd have to marry a cop, so I wouldn't be able to do anything illegal. So that's
What are you doing?
Why is you? How do people go on social media and admit their illegal stuff?
Just if I needed to, like if I had to, because you know, Tengyu's like, oh, okay, now we're getting together. I'm gonna go to jail, and I'm like, you don't have to, like you don't need to.
I mean, he shot a cop.
Right.
Yeah, but you're marrying a cop, so he can obviously he can suppress the evidence. Like that's the.
But he was the one who was shot.
They're gonna be like, were you shot, Shao Fei? And Shao Fei's like, no. That's my boyfriend. Why would he shoot me?
That didn't happen.
Exactly.
I was just, walking around. I just tripped and fell on the board.
Oh no.
Left their bullets just laying on the floor. Oh, God.
I think Nick's a bit too needy, so I'll marry Shao Fei. I'll hug Hira so he can cook me his croquettes at dinner parties. And I'll avoid Nick because I don't want to mess with Kayla.
And
Sean.
Fair.
I can take Sean.
Yeah, Sean's the one you have to worry about.
See, now that's the video I want to see.
I will hug Nick. And so because I can be his boss for a night, but
is he gonna bump your house though if you hug him?
We just hugging, that's it. And he's already off to marry like 2 other people. He's gonna forget about me. So.
That's the correct answer.
I'm just a one night hug. And marry Shao Fei because he is just the relationship that he built up is just amazing. And I would avoid Hira because I just have a tendency, he needs some work on himself and he needs some self-love and he needs to he's got a lot of stuff that he needs to go through therapy for, and he's not addressing those needs and he's actually putting it onto his partner. I'm sorry that I'm like doing this, but I'm not the one. I don't need you. Deal with your stuff. Don't put your stuff on me. I got and I have to. Right. I got my own therapist.
We can fix him.
I don't want to fix him.
I want someone fixed already.
Right.
This is like your line. That's your line.
No. See, this is my line is like this. I either want them broken or they're already fixed. I don't want to work.
My love can fix him. I just don't want to go through the process.
Right. I don't want to fix him. For what?
That's what my 20s were for. I did that.
That's fair.
How are you gonna only hug Nick once when he looks back at you with those eyes, that face? You remember?
Because Kayla and Sean are also looking back at us.
Because we're behind him like this.
I'm just because I know I'm afraid of Kayla and Sean is scrappy. Okay. No.
I remember you. Okay, this was a bit of a stitch up, but these were just characters I wanted to put in the game because they had plots. That I don't know. I put them together because I love them. The category is because
so this is for you.
This is not for me. Oh, this is all for me. But
self-indulgent.
The link is that this is a stretch, but every character has a plot involving the past. So we have Kitei from our dating scene. And Ritsu from Jacko Frost and Tine from Together, because we didn't use them last time. Yeah, I wanted to get these 2023 BLs before they fade into obscurity.
I'll marry Oishi.
Lemon.
I'll hug all three of them at the same time. How about that? No, okay. I would marry Ritsu just because, God, I fell hard for him while watching that series. I don't know Tine. I didn't watch Together, so I have to avoid. In Kitei, I would hug. Although I don't remember much of our dating sim because I watched that one pretty bingey. But
I've watched none of these. So this is purely on just what my loins are telling me. So I'm gonna marry Tine, because I love Win. I watched him in Enigma last year, and I love him. He is magically delicious, and I would like to have access to him on a daily basis. I'm gonna hug Ritsu because he seems like a sweet little sun drop there. And like, looking at me just like, hi, pouty. Kitei, he looks nice enough, but it might, again, similar like the first category, it might just be this particular thumbnail. There's something about the look that I'm like, I feel like you're a character I might have issues with if I were actually watching this series. I may not, I don't know. But just based off of this, there's something about the look in his face where I'm like, I get the same feeling I got when I was watching, End of the World with you, and I saw Ritsu, and I saw, some other people. I'm like, so I'm gonna avoid him. But he could be a sweetheart, and I could change my mind when I watch it right now.
I would avoid Kitei. Just because I don't know, it's just the making. It was just too much. I just do not want you just making a video game and all this. Or it's just let it go, bro. Like Ritsu, I would marry because there was something about him, and I don't know if it was him. I think it was part of him, but then also just a part of the way that that BL was shot. It was so beautiful, and him and his memories, and just how like soft and gentle as a personality he was, and then also how creative he was, being an artist and things like that. And I would hug king. He's great. And I like together and still together and stuff like that, but like I don't really want to marry him. I don't. I just like just maybe a little bit, but
A little taste of marriage, but
right. We married for a night. we do it. I don't want to say we pulling a Britney Spears, but that's not.
Oop.
28 hours of marriage, and that's about it.
That's all you needed.
Oh my gosh. In the time I've been listening to all of you, I have changed my answers like 3 times. I think I'm going to avoid Ritsu because even though I loved that series and I loved him, he's like too perfect looking. He's too pretty, and it would make me feel really inferior to him.
I'm okay with that.
And then fair. And then Kite, I watched Our Dating Sim, but I can't really remember what his personality was like. But I'll give him a hug. I'll give him a hug. And then I guess marry Tine. I don't feel too strongly about marrying Tine, but I guess so, sure. We can like get an annulment later on if it doesn't work.
Poor Tine, my God.
Dang.
Tine is like a very nostalgic character, but it just is turning out that way that we're gonna have to get married and then reconsider at a later date.
I'll stay with you, Tine.
I am going to avoid Tine because I don't have the tits for the relationship to sustain him. So,
Did you say tits?
yeah, Tine's whole thing
Yeah,
is
he's
the
obsessed
boobs.
with like.
Oh. I didn't know.
Good.
Yeah,
Never
he
got
was.
to that.
There we go.
He was just all about. No, there was that wasn't Tine. It was about food. Whatchamacallit was about boobs. He always grabbed. Tine's
Was it Sadawat? No, it was
yeah.
Sadawat who was.
It was Sadawat,
obsessed with
yeah.
Boobs.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Tine's
So
forgettable.
you're doing the molesting.
Okay.
Is that better? Does that
is
change the
better.
answer?
Yeah. Okay, but I'll still avoid it because the other two is my dilemma in terms of like types. Like Cutie is very cool, calm, collected. I hate to kind of like rag on about the specific masculine traits that he has, but he has a very like reliable aura about him. He's got a very nice voice, and he just has. What's the word? Like it's like Riz, but he's not like hitting on you. He's got like a good. He's got a good personality. Chill. But Ritsu, I'm also very into like Faye, quirky, sensitive, independent, original types. So I might have to marry. I might need to marry Kite because I need a programmer more than I need another artist in my life.
I love how practical your answers are. Like
What are you
someone who can
programming?
cook croquettes, someone who can program.
Kite is a game programmer. Ritsu is an artist. I'm an artist. Two artists would just be like, what are we gonna eat? What are we gonna put in
Competition. I do the artist relationship.
Ritsu's so pretty, but we're gonna be hungry.
Is there a becoming human category?
Oh, I should do that. Was there?
Because I feel like that would be for me. That would,
Becoming human.
yeah, like you've got
Teddy bear.
not mystery, the teddy bear. You've got Choco Milkshake. You've got the cat from Paws Up, Ears Up, or whatever. Like, there's enough
Meows,
storylines where
Ears
things
Up.
become human.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know if the internet is ready
No,
for that.
there's
Next year.
Next year, because there's
Next
already
year.
14 slides.
Yeah.
Next is Pouty Twinks.
Oh,
See, now this is Sean's
This is an attack on
category.
Sean. This is the attack on Sean.
Okay, but I don't know my personal weatherman, so that makes it a little easier.
Just know you would love him.
Yeah, you needed a gun in this category.
that would have been really tough.
I did have originally gone there, but I had to move him for a different category. So I had to give up that Sean dilemma for a little bit.
Gun specifically, like on the boat, back arching, like that gun.
Ooh.
No, well, I wanted to have a diversity
That is not
shows as well. So
fair.
We need to talk about my personal weatherman as well.
It's so hard because Kiyoi and Milk are both like tsundere-esque, and that's like kryptonite for me. Everybody else has to go.
Okay, well, I am marrying Milk with zero hesitation. Like, my God, that cat man is just a beautiful specimen of human cat. Like, my God. Plus, I love the little relationship they developed with him and the uncle in this series. It was lovely. I would have loved. That's one series I'm like, you know what? We could have made this like 3 episodes longer. We could have given me a little bit more of these people. But it's fine. It's okay. End it on a high note. I've not seen my personal weatherman, so I'm just gonna have to hug Yo because I'm avoiding Kiyoi. Yeah.
I would hug Yo because that series and they do what they do, and what? No, they do what they do. They
I'm listening.
They do what they do.
Just when it rains, it pours.
Oh, is it the band in the ham?
Is it? Girl, that thing be thangin'. Like,
let's just say they're changing the sheets.
Right. And then they had to go get more sheets.
Hold up, I gotta change my list for the 48-hour stream. Hold up.
Where are you streaming? You're on Viki? Okay, good. I got
like my personal weatherman, like I've talked to other people, they were just like, whew, this is nice and good and toxic.
Add that to the watch list right now.
Dang it. So yeah, I'm doing hugging you.
We might do this after this stream. Who knows? It's short.
Oh, is it?
It's 8 episodes. They're like 20 minutes apiece.
It's short. It's good. You can just like watch it, and it also grabs you.
I grabbed.
Kiyoi, I would avoid. Just because he's the other side of the coin on that whole I couldn't be what he needed to be for him to be stable. And I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Milk, he's left, so I would marry him. But also, it would be some trepidation because he's cat-like, and I'm just like, no, cats are little assholes, and just like it would be good when it's good, but then he get like an attitude or whatever, and I'm just like over it. So
yeah, but I live with that 24/7. I'm like, I can deal with it.
Right.
You go to your corner, I'll go to my corner. We'll be fine.
But then I might as well marry Kiyoi. Like,
no,
you don't want that.
Same. Same. I'm gonna marry Milk. Yo, as much as it is kind of tempting to have like a house husband who just like cooks and cleans and like waits for you, I don't know. It's too domestic. Like, I don't know. And then Kiyoi just avoiding for the same exact reasons as before. So we're in agreement.
I would probably avoid Yo because I can't deal with Yo, I think. We're both going to be struggling artists. What are we going to do? Draw for food?
It works
It's
for
always
some
coming down to
people.
the food.
Look, I just need to eat.
Yeah.
Milk and Kiyoi are both wonderfully looking people, but I might have to hug Milk because Milk is a cat, and I might have to marry Kiyoi because I need to put in the effort to marry a movie star. So I might as well. I might as well marry an up and coming movie star.
You don't want to marry a cat who works at a coffee shop?
Right?
Girl,
Uh,
come on.
uh,
Choices.
I made my choice. A movie star over a cat. Yeah.
Go ahead, Sean.
I just
Tell me
need-
about why you want to marry Kiyoi. Go ahead.
I'm doing it for the clout. I'm like, Kiyoi.
Okay, Yusai though. Okay, like I think that's what it comes down to for me because that man is beautiful.
Yes, they are all beautiful.
They are. It's hard. I mean, I obviously don't know. I can't really say one way or the other. Adorable from the picture, but that's all I know. Milk, I love his cat-like attitude. I like the fact that I don't know. I like it when it's. I like a little bit of attitude. I like a little bit of playfulness. If you ever look at if you ever knew my exes.
Who you cooked lobster for?
So,
The ones you cooked lobster for?
among, most of them, yeah.
Why do we keep bringing
Not just
them
that
up?
one.
Wait, just let it go.
This is just like twist.
All right.
Happy Valentine's Day!
So this year for 2025, we'll just be like 4 of us this year. Don is busy.
No, whatever. It's tough. I don't Milk Kiyoi. I want to say I'll marry Kiyoi. I can fix him. That's it. Hug Milk. It's really close. I would marry both if I could. I'm open. I can handle that.
Topher's just disappointed in us. That's okay.
Well, no, I 100% already knew Sean's preference. I knew that. This is not a surprise.
Topher and I have known each other far too long. He knows. He knows my answer.
Okay, so we've got pouty twinks. And then the next category is your supportive boyfriend who you dump for your toxic crush.
Oh.
So this is who we're dumping?
No. This is
Ow.
who you. Oh no, we picked someone who you've dumped. Okay, so that doesn't make sense, but and my frame is covering the title. So your supportive boyfriend who you dumped for your toxic crush, and you're getting back with them. I guess.
Oh, this is easy.
Oh.
Wait.
I mean, it's very easy, but still. Oh.
Right. Sand I would marry because first of all, like Only Friends, he was like my number one choice. I like that he liked all these different types of music. I like that he was a musician. I just like everything about him. And he was also very self-sufficient, which getting into a long-term relationship with someone, I would like for them to also be self-sufficient and we can be together and then we can like make something new. And just Sand was just freaking adorable. Daddy Dan, hug, because he a daddy. And Koyama, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm avoiding you. I know you just don't catch a break.
No.
You just can't catch a break, even though like I just,
Avoiding Koyama on Valentine's Day Tuesday.
I know.
Heartless.
Poor thing can't catch a break, and he's not going to catch a break now because I'm avoiding Koyama as well.
Yes.
Like he was sweet, and I remember like going to bat for him when I was reacting to the series, and there were so many people in the comment section who were just like down my throat, like you don't understand Kiyoi and Ritsu, or not Ritsu, whatever the hell their names are. You don't understand their relationship, blah blah blah. I'm like, just because I don't like it, don't mean I don't understand it, but I can see how Koyama was not the one for sweet boy over there. I can see how he was not the one, and I'm glad that he made it out of that situation alive and didn't have to go through the drama of being in that relationship. But he's not the one for me either. But I do love this coat. I will take that coat all day, every day. I'm going to hug Sand. I really do love Sand. I love his character. I love pretty much everything DC said about Sand. Just copy paste. Like Sand seems like a great person who just, the heart wants what it wants and it makes you do stupid things. And he made, choices, but whatever. It's fine. Love makes you do stupid shit. But I give him a hug. He seems like a good, genuine person. But I want to marry Daddy Dan. Like it's all there. It's there in the name. He got a job. He is established. He is not out. He seems to be past all of this like feeling around, self-searching, self-healing phase. Like Sand and the rest of the OnlyFans crew, they were in a very exploratory phase of life, which I'm like, I get it. We all got to go through it. Daddy Dan's be on the other side of that already. He figured out who he was. He is established. He is good. And he's like, you know what? I'll take good care of you. Let's go. And so I'm like, take good care of me, Daddy Dan. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Plus, I've loved that man ever since Not Me. So yeah. Makes my bristles stand on end. But anyway, y'all go ahead.
Marry Daddy Dan. Because of everything Topher said. And also, people act like he is just like this kind of like boring option, but he's definitely freaky.
He could get that.
He did bite Nick's
We learning.
leg. Oh my god.
We are learning.
So, Daddy Dan, this is where it's really difficult because I loved Koyama and Sand. I love musicians. Koyama is just so endearing. You guys, I think I have to avoid Koyama because
I'm sorry, baby.
I just love Sand so much, and I want to give him a hug. I want to be like a groupie who like goes to his gigs. So unfortunately, Koyama, I'm so sorry. I defended him so much. I was all about Koyama, but it's just falling to the wayside when you put in Daddy Dan and Sand.
I feel so.
Sean, tell me about why you're marrying Koyama. No.
I want to. Now I want to. I was gonna say Sand. Now I'm gonna. Listen. I like Daddy Dan. I like him a lot, but he's not my type. So I have to avoid him. I like him, and IRL, we'd probably be friends. Sand is everything that I like. He's in a band. He's a singer. He is gorgeous. He's played by First. That's good enough.
Right.
But now I just feel so bad for Koyama. I'm marrying Koyama. That's it.
Yes, give him the sympathy.
You don't have
marriage.
to.
Right.
You don't have to. You don't have to feel sympathy because I'm gonna marry Koyama. So if it's okay.
No, I did. It was a toss up between the two to begin with. I just like the thing.
If sympathy is tying you over,
It's not. He's a sweetheart.
He is.
I feel like he'd be super loyal to you too. Like he's just looking for that love, and it's not like he's obsessive. It's not like he's toxic in any sort of way. He's just looking for that love, and you know what? I got a whole lot of love to give, and I would be happy to give love to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet.
Thank you.
I think I created this category so I could marry Koyama in my mind. So,
Game on.
He's covered.
He's just really pretty, and I really like his face and his support. It's just like I'm gonna marry him, and I've saved him from Hira. And so it's just like, if that's your ex, there's nothing for me to worry about. Like,
it's only up from
it's
here.
only up from
Right.
I'm like, babe,
The bar is in hell. So.
if you love Hira, like, I don't have to do anything to impress you. So I'm just kind of like,
I can be myself.
Yes, like, if you like that, I can be that. Like, so, you know, Koyama, you wouldn't have to put in the work, and he just supported you. And there's just so much, there's something really endearing about his personality and his face and his kindness. And so, yeah, if he can love Hira, he can love me. I'm gonna hug Daddy Dan.
Sad.
Because
I want to hug you now. Can I come hug you?
It is incredibly sad. He's like, oh, he's a rescue boyfriend.
I don't have to do much. It's
All right, gonna edit the Google slide. We're putting Edison in here.
I'm just saying, you don't have to do much to impress him. Like, you don't have to put in that much effort. You don't have to.
Right.
You're just like, you don't have to work on yourself that much.
I'm already happy where I am. So
Right.
I don't want to change. So with you, I don't have to change that much.
Daddy Dan, I'm gonna hug because I need a job and we can make arrangements. And so I'll avoid that.
You hugging for a job now?
I'm hugging for jobs.
just on some pics. You're fine.
Oh, I have to avoid Seth because we're fighting over Kaltong anyways.
Oh.
Your toxic crush. So the person who you dumped for your toxic crush, this is your toxic crush.
Oh, that's
Black from Not Me, ID from Kiseki Due to Me because I needed a Kiseki boy. And Jack from History 3 Traps because, you know, pro, he's Jack, con, he kills people. So,
boobies.
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 I need like some thinking music. I need to download some thinking music.
Yeah.
I guess because like I'm always like I don't want to go first, but I already have my picks.
Don't then, DC. If you're so decisive.
Avoid Black. He's too like I like toxic, but like that's just a step too far. Like because he came back and knocked the heck out of White, his brother, and I'm just like, it's too much. ID, there's something of it was just something about that little short psychopath. It was like, especially through Dear to Me, he loved in his own sort of way. And it was like, in the words of a great philosopher, the heart wants what the heart wants. Topher. And I could like explain it and all this other kind of stuff to make it justified, but a toxic, that's right amount of toxic right there. Jack, I would hug. Because yeah, I mean that's right.
You can say it.
he just was like Jack just looks like somebody who it would be a good hugger. He
Agreed.
just like
Hug the hell out of you.
right. You know when you hug somebody and you know you've been hugged.
Hug the life right out of you and then hug it right back in. Just
Right, you know.
goodbye.
So that's the way
Edison's face is killing me.
Jack would be. So yeah, I'm.
I see that.
You see the
See,
vision?
for me, it's difficult because I've not seen Kiseki Dear to Me yet, but I have to consult my holy Bible.
What's a good word say?
Yes.
What's a good word say, Sister Topher?
According to Beyond Chapter 1, verse 32, it says, "Kiss here." So I must oblige. And then there's an arrow that says this way, and I must oblige. So,
Can you show it closer to the camera?
Yes. This way. I have too much light right now, but this way. There it is. So I feel like I must oblige. Like, who am I to argue with the Bible? Like, these were words that were written by a wise woman,
right?
Hundreds of minutes ago. Like, who am I to argue with that wisdom? So according to the book,
mouth to your eyes.
Yes, hopefully to my mouth too. But according to the good book, The Good Boy, I am hugging aggressively Jack. I would love to marry him, but I just don't know that I can. I'm avoiding Black. I know. Like, there's part of me that wants to marry him so much. And I don't know. This Cutie from Kiseki dear to me, but he seems sweet. He seems
Yeah.
Black is telling me differently.
With his cute little choker and the bleach blonde hair and the cute little choker and the little Halloween blood splatter. Like, okay, I'm playing Harley Quinn at this Halloween party. It's fine, whatever. He's a little cutie. Like, oh, look at him. He's precious. Just want to. But since everyone seems to feel that he is not that, I guess I won't be marrying him. So I guess I have to marry Jack now.
But you know what the category is?
My toxic crush, but I know nothing about him other than that he's precious.
You don't know much.
He
got a little choker.
Precious. Choke.
Look, he precious got a little choker, and he just like, look at me, I'm all cute. Don't you just want to? So, like, I want to home with him. So I'll marry him. I'll hug Jack aggressively, and I'll avoid Black. Like, I feel like Black Jack. But I feel like they both have similar issues with being this sort of like potentially violent gang element surrounding them. Yeah. But Jack is just presented in such a lighthearted way. It's just like, I'm a lighthearted gangster, where Black is like, I'm a fuck my brother up for kissing my boyfriend, and then I'm gonna fuck this man up over here who might be my boyfriend, might not be my boyfriend. And there's this girl over here who I was dating who's now dating this. Like, he will mess you up in a very aggressive, violent way, where Jack will mess you up and I'm like, hey, let's go splash around in the pool and let me just throw you over my shoulder and kidnap you on my little Vespa and do. So I'm like, oh.
Jack is a wholesome gangster.
Yes. Like, he's a good boy. He just got into a bad business.
Wholesome killer.
As much as I love Gun, I would avoid Black. If it was white, or if it was even white and Black, I'd be like, Mary. But it's just Black, so I'm avoiding.
Yes.
My plan has failed.
Told you should have used them pouty twinks.
I should have put mine back.
I think that I would marry Jack and eventually bring in ID.
You want to have it all.
Huh?
I want to have it all. No, I would hug with benefits. ID.
Jack would not let you bring in a third, I don't think. Or a side.
No. Listen, I am gonna switch those two. I was just kind of kidding around. ID is somebody that I would marry because I don't know what it. I don't know if it's the craziness. I don't know what it is, but that man does things to me that makes my jimmies all
okay.
Jack, I love too, but I would hug him. Titties. That's why.
Yes, titties on titty. It's a titty. Anyway,
I don't know the guy in the middle, so I'm gonna avoid him. But I do like his fashion sense, and he seems fun.
Yes, I'm saying.
Yeah, I have to avoid him. I'm gonna marry Jack because I don't want to marry Black.
Fair.
Black, yeah. I will hug Black because I think he needs it. He might push me away.
He might do more than push you away. That man is crazy.
I'll get my ass beat. Yeah. I don't want that. And Jack just seems fun. Like maybe he is a little clingy and a little hyperactive, but I just feel like he has the most marriage potential out of this group. So marry.
It's such a toss-up between, I'm gonna avoid Black. It's like, this is so tricky because I thought Black would be on an even field because he's fighting for justice and stuff like that, and everyone else is kind of a gangster. So I was like, that would even out. But we've seen Black be violent in the show, and the others, it's been off-screen, so maybe that's why. The argument for ID is I can double my wardrobe, and it would be great.
You guys would slay.
Yes. Jack cooks too much instant noodles, so that's something against him.
Ooh. But the carbs do him good.
Oh,
Right.
that's true.
They don't do me good, but they do him good.
They're not going to do me any good, though.
I think
Look, doing him good is doing me good. Okay.
That's fair.
Oh,
That's fair. That's fair.
I like that logic.
So,
that's
you
good.
know.
I think I have to marry Jack and hug ID because Jack is possessive in a lighthearted way, and ID is possessive in a dangerous way. I think that's my interpretation. That's fine. I like Jack is a bit clingy, but at least he's not gonna be mean about it if I don't spend time with him.
He'll just flick his little knife and just like, hey.
He'll just do that, and I'll be like, no. Actually, no, he does have a knife on his. No, everyone has knives on their bodies.
Oh,
Therapy
this is
babies.
Oh.
We already know who Edison's going to pick.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Edison. You go first.
Why is it Ray?
And why is it Ray?
Never-
Why are you marrying Ray?
Never assume. This could be my dilemma. This could be my attack on myself.
Is it, though?
It is. It is, because I love them all, because they're all my type physically. Therapy babies. It's just great to see therapy represented in BLs. And to know that
Agreed.
all three are happier at the end of this series. No, all of these people appeal to me visually. But I'm gonna avoid Ray, to be honest, character-wise, because I don't think I would have the patience that Sand had in the show. If Ray left me from you, I would be like, that's it. Like, I need to hold on to my dignity, whatever's left, and not go back there. Even though it would be really tempting. It's just, I don't think I could handle that type of relationship. I think I would hug... This is difficult. I don't want to go surfing. And the character goes
On the beach.
surfing.
Okay.
And I don't want to learn because I have to wear glasses. But Nut is very moody. So
That is very moody.
I might have to hug J1, even though I really like him. I don't want to go through the plot line of surfing with him. So I'll have to... Do I want to marry Nut? Nut's too beautiful to not marry. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then also, does that mean like the teddy bear is gonna watch us like 24/7? Okay, I'm gonna marry J1 and I'm gonna hug Nut because I don't think I want a teddy bear watching me 24/7.
He'll watch you during the hug.
He's gonna be there.
Okay, I'm gonna hug Ray and avoid Nut for the teddy bear baggage. Surveillance baggage.
Is it
Me having no context for that is like,
same?
what's going on?
Same.
There's just a teddy bear.
Teddy bear?
That's-
There's just a
This
sense.
man has teddy bears. It's red flag.
New kink unlocked for
Oh,
me.
I don't know.
Right.
Oh,
That's so pretty. I'm gonna marry Nut and hug J1 and avoid Ray. Through the teddy bear, he can't talk to me. I'll just put a blindfold on him.
I mean, it's no different than like someone with a pet.
I was gonna say if you have a dog,
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if he's got a dog or a cat, well, it's the same thing.
That's my dilemma.
And he actually does have a dog.
I'm actually gonna do the same thing. Avoid Ray.
Gasp.
As much as I like, yeah, I would avoid Ray. I don't know. I don't got time for it. The same reasons as Edison. I just don't. Even if I was doing like therapy still, I wouldn't want to come home and have to deal with it more. So that's a no for me. J1, I would hug. And Nut, I don't know anything about Nut. I just really like his smile and his eyes, so I'm marrying him. That's it.
That's enough to go off.
That's enough for me.
I've not watched The Eighth Sense yet. I'm starting it this month because my patrons voted on it and it won the poll. So I don't know anything about J1's issues. And in my head, if I don't know what your issues are, my imagination is going to make up something infinitely worse than whatever he's actually going to therapy for. So I'm going to avoid him just because of the things my head is coming up with him. Actually, I kind of want to avoid Ray too. But I'll hug him. I'll give him a hug at least. I will hug Ray.
That's fair.
Like I want to avoid him because like I've been sand before. I've been with someone who's in recovery and had them choose somebody else, and it was this whole thing. The 20s were wild. I love fixing men who then go on and find other men. It's a great time. So there's part of me that wants to avoid Ray, but he needs a hug. He needs a hug. So I'll give him a hug. And you have to marry Nut. Like my God, look at that man. Yes, he is a bit angry in the beginning, to say the least. He had some anger. I won't deny that. And as the series progressed, he still had anger. But I feel like by the time we got to the end of the series, he found better ways to manage said anger, better ways to communicate. And I feel like at the end of the series, he is the most hubby material of the two that I have seen here. So I would marry him. Plus, he's beautiful, as everyone else has pointed out. Look at him. Look at a little smile, a little lip. You know?
I just want to make this clear. I don't want to marry any of these people. Ray, favorite character. One of my favorite characters, like, period, in a show. But I unfortunately already have a lot of trauma around trying to save people from themselves and not being able to. So I'm going to have to avoid him. And for like all the same reasons you guys said. I have never watched The Miracle of Teddy Bear. So you know what? I'll give Ray a hug and I'll avoid the teddy bear guy. Because I want to at least let Ray know that I'm there for him. And then I don't really feel strongly about marrying J1, but I guess I have to. I worry. I mean, we do see him go to therapy at the end there. I mean, the whole show, but I do worry that we would both be way too depressed to be together.
That's fair.
So I don't know how it will go, but yeah, we're going to get married, I guess.
I'm thinking about the best way to say this. I liked Ray and his representation in this series, but then also how recovery is not this linear process. It's fucking not a linear process, and it is ups and downs, but you're slowly making progress, and then you get sent back and all this other kind of stuff. And I went to bat for Ray a lot of times. It is possible, and it's a lot of work being there for somebody who is going through the recovery journey. But by that same token, I would also have to do work in of itself to make sure that there's separation. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. I would hug him because I still want to be there for him and supportive on his journey, but also it would still, being that close is just something that I can't do. And it's just for me. I would marry Nut because, especially at the end, he was in therapy and he had the most growth. And even and this is the same thing with a lot of therapy, it's not a linear thing. He's all of a sudden get better. There's like, okay, maybe there's progress, and then there's like years and not progress, and then okay, there's a project, and so I want to say that, but I saw that he was finally making that effort and dealing with all the issues with his mom and stuff like that, and I think he was more ready to receive love at the end of that story. Jaewon got too many family issues. He got daddy issues. And can't deal with that. I got my own issues. I got my own parental issues, and so we can't both have them. So I would avoid Jaewon. I want to be friends with Ray. Honestly,
friends can hug.
Friends can hug.
That they can.
Okay, so
friends with hug benefits.
Hug buddies. Okay, so next is supportive kings. Yes. Hante from Sing My Crush. Pleum from Ghost Host Ghost House, and Mhok from Last Twilight. What do we think about them? These are
they call himbos.
Oh my god.
I am marrying Hante all day, every day. That man, it's just, oh my god, I love him. I don't know Pleum, so I guess I'm avoid him. And I'll hug Mhok. Yeah, he was fine. I liked his character. He was fine. He's good. Support system. He's cool. He's cute. But yeah, Hante all day. Lord, that man.
I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, what's in my crush?
We'll find out.
Your viewers are not doing their work.
You got a 48-hour stream. This will take you like an hour
It's
and
on
a
the
half,
list.
2 hours.
Right. It's just
It's on the list.
people were like, "Oh, watch this."
I mean, look at those pouty lips. Look at that man. Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm avoiding Mhok just because Pleum and Hante are really, really pretty boys. I was very endeared to both of them during their show. But I have to marry Hante just because his personality is so bubbly and affectionate. I mean, they both are, but Hante just takes it to the next level, I feel like. So, gonna hug Pleum.
I'm gonna avoid the Sing My Crush guy because I don't know him.
Okay.
That's okay.
I don't know.
So I feel like the opposite. Everyone else is possessive of the person they're marrying, but you're like, you gotta
I'm sorry. I just want people to see the value in my shiny toy. You can't have him, but you can admire.
I get it.
I'm gonna sleep on that chest. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'll be like, "Hey, Topher, how are you?"
Oh my gosh, sharing's caring. I have a soft spot for the actor who plays Pleum because we talked to him a while ago. But Mhok is, again, like one of my favorite characters ever. Loved him so much. Love Jimmy so much. So I'm going to have to marry Mhok. This is perfect for my intro in the beginning because I said that a criminal record doesn't matter, and I meant it.
It is.
So definitely marry Mhok. And I'm going to hug Pleum because he has been through a lot. He has experienced a lot of loss, and I understand that. And I want to be his friend. Hug privileges. I want them.
I forgot the storyline already.
I feel like I'm gonna. I've not watched Sing My Crush or Ghost House yet. I think Sing My Crush is definitely on the 48-hour stream voting list. So, do you more to come on that? Sorry.
Yes.
Stop it.
I'm just saying.
Nobody said anything.
No, I know.
Just saying.
Topher.
Cute.
Anyways, I would hug Hante just because look at him. He looks
Yes.
huggable,
Mhm.
and I'm not typically the little spoon, but it looks like he would be very comfy. Pleum, I don't know, so I would avoid. And Mhok, I would marry. I really like his growth. I really enjoy the character. Of course, I enjoy Jimmy too. He had Dr. Honey. So, yeah, that's it. Marry him.
I would hug Hante because he was giving himbo vibes to begin with from the whole series, and I was just like, I was enamored and just all of a sudden just randomly supportive and things like that. I like Mork's growth. I like everything what he went through. While Pleum, I didn't realize it until the end of the series that he it was kind of like how Stella got a groove back because he was on vacation, not him, but he was on vacation. Fling, he always going to go back to you. I was like, oh, okay. So I want to, I'm actually going to avoid Pleum and go with Mork because also not only did Mork have that growth, but also he started chasing his dream and also doing things, and that to me is like not ambition and trying to overdo, but if you're going to do something that you love and something that gives you life, and that's attractive because then that also makes me want to go and do things that I love in life. And I spoke about this while recording his quote unquote like criminal records. Sometimes criminal records are not in and of itself legitimate because sometimes certain states go after certain populations for certain reasons that have nothing to, because the cop showed up in his garage. Like it wasn't like he was out on the street or anything like that. So that was kind of set. I always question. I don't just say, oh, they were guilty and they found that. Oftentimes you question that because it also hundreds of thousands of people are exonerated for certain things. And I'm just like, yeah, that wasn't. And especially under the weight of his criminal justice system, he had problems getting back and doing what he wanted to do in life. And he's a more of a victim of circumstance and of the system and superstructures and stuff like that. So in my mind, it's not legitimate. So I would really marry Mork. So
You said you love people who chase their ambitions and do what they love. I agree. Hante loves being a manager and supporting me. So I love that. I love that too.
I love him for that.
I love him for that. Next one is, am I the drama? Am I the drama?
Ew.
August from Twilight. Move from
God.
top.
Ew, can I skip this?
This is like the hardest one. Oh my God.
how you gonna do Mew and Top?
I mean, this is my attack on Topher.
It is. Like I just want to avoid everyone in this list and just move on. Oh my God, this is terrible. I mean, is this Mew before he lost his glasses or after?
Well, obviously
that's a
after,
good
because
question.
after Mew,
He's pushing somebody in this.
Yes, he is doing the
He's
iconic
doing like
Spartan kick.
Yeah, to Boston.
Spartan kick Mew.
I mean, I feel like it's a little stacked against Mew because everyone else is just like looking, hey, aren't I pretty? And Mew's like, this the Sparta bitch. Like we could have gotten you looking pretty at camera too.
Think about what they've done instead of what the gift is.
I'm sorry. Well, I feel like I would be remiss if I were to say anything other than I'm avoiding August. Like, I feel like that is such a character staple at this point. It is just associated with me that I have to avoid August at all costs. Because if you weren't aware, I don't like him. I don't know if I made that clear. I guess
This is the first time I'm hearing of it. I
don't like August. Kayla apparently likes I Feel You Linger.
Right. I'm just like, what is all of this?
Breaking news.
Yes. So I gotta avoid August. I guess if this is by the end of the series, I guess I'm hugging me. Well, I guess I'll hug Top. He got a body made for hugging. He can hug good. He's got, of the two, he's got more experience hugging. Like, he hugged Mew into an evil person, apparently. So he hugged the good right out of him. So I guess I'll hug Top. And maybe my love can restore Mew's lost virtue.
His lost glasses.
Yes, my love can make him blind again so that his glasses will help him see. And he'll. So yeah, I can live with that.
You're both born again virgins. Like, you can walk that path.
Exactly. I don't care what people say. It grows back. So, like, yes, me and you can live our chaste lives together and just be happy and pure. Yeah. Plus, look at that. How high he gets that leg up. Like.
Oh my God.
And the intro as well. You were like,
yeah. It's like, I mean, at the beginning, I loved him. He was, because I felt a kindred spirit. But then, he was a flower that was plucked in his prime, and he was just soiled upon by this man, and he was ruined. He was ruined, and
so
I can fix it.
You didn't relate to Mew after that as well, or?
Well, no, because I'm still a flower in my prime, like. Pure as the snow is white. So yeah, but I can fix him. I can bring him back. I can rehabilitate him.
Rehabilitate is crazy. Can I bend the rules? I'm gonna kill August.
I mean, if I knew that was an option, I've never agreed with Kayla so much in my life.
MFK. That's
I was on the same train of just hating August the whole time. No redemption. I don't like him. I'm gonna give Mew one of those, like, those side hugs that you like give someone to be friendly, just like to be amicable. I'll give him one of those because he got on my nerves and I didn't really like him. And Top, I'm gonna have like an open marriage with Top.
Yeah.
Your end or his end? His end's gonna be open.
Both? Because he can be fun, but also he is not the most faithful, and I don't feel very strongly about him, so I wouldn't be either. So that is why it's going to be an open marriage.
I created this category as an ambiguous Am I the Drama because I thought all three of these characters were gray instead of as black and white as everyone has stated so far.
I had very clear feelings.
I actually agree with that statement, though, for the most part.
My statement or?
Yeah, your statement, the gray, yeah.
August to me is just, someone who did not know what to do in a situation that was whatever.
And he picked the wrong choice.
He did.
That's neither here nor there.
But
we all make the wrong choice sometimes.
I don't.
And honestly,
rewind the video.
I would do what Mew would have done in his situation, but I would have failed because Mew is more savvy, and people cheat. I guess it can be forgiven. I would avoid Mew because I actually don't think August is that bad. I want to marry Top because he's privileged, but I don't want him to cheat on me.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Whereas August still has a lot of maturing to do. So I might hug August and I might marry Top and risk it. Because he seems he was very remorseful at the end. So I'm going to hold that against him whenever he does something wrong. I'm not going to be like Mew, who's going to be like, we'll see. I'm going to be like, Top. We're going to sign this, what are they called? Annulments. So, annulments? No. What are they called?
A prenup.
Prenups. Yeah.
Actually, I don't think you want to.
Yeah, that's bad for you. What are you
you ain't getting anything if you don't.
Take the money.
Prenups are when you come into a marriage. What you leave? You can't get half. Or everything that you come into the marriage with, which is nothing, you will leave the marriage with.
So even if he cheats on me. Oh no.
Yes. So that's why you don't want to sign a prenup.
Yes, don't make him sign a prenup.
Oh.
If he mentions it, you just hey, look at these. Woo! It just.
I need a lawyer. You know what? I'm gonna marry August. I think Top is a bit arrogant.
sorry.
No, I'm marry Top.
I almost tripped on this boba. Oh my god.
Not me to use my outside
I love it.
face.
I'm married Top because he owns hotels. I'll be able to travel.
That is a plus.
I mean, even if he does cheat on you, you just say, "Hey, I'm gonna go buy this."
I'll cheat on you. Oh, but then what if he'll divorce me?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know that there's a win in this situation.
There's not. There's not necessarily. I would avoid Top. He's just not really my type to begin with, so there's that. But also, that's it. That's it.
That neck. It's just. So
I mean, he's gorgeous, but I'm not used to being the little spoon.
I mean, sometimes the big guys like being little spoons.
That's true. That's true.
He needs to sleep because he's got that thing in his head. Oh, but he was the big spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, I would say, listen, as much as I really did not like August's choice, I think that he's young, inexperienced, and he did make a wrong choice. I think people can learn and grow from those choices, just like Mew can, just like Top can.
No.
August, I would hug. Mew, I like Dark Mew. Okay, I liked that phase. It was fun. Not for me, not if it was with me, but it was fun for him. It was fun to watch, that's for sure. And at the end of it, he was pretty mellowed out, and I would say in a somewhat better place. So I will marry him. It's about the end of the journey. I'm coming in at the end of the journey. So that's, out of all of them, I would say he's probably in the better space for me.
I would marry Top only because I believe in ethical non-monogamy, and we can just say, and this is the whole thing, it's like, oh, you're going to cheat. Ethical non-monogamy, and make those negotiations before and it's like, no, don't lie to me. Just we get all that and we negotiate that, and we constantly renegotiate that and going forward, because I'm fine with that. But I think I really do like the way that even though it was kind of annoying, that he was good with the moms. And I would like for you to be good with my mom or my dad, or like my family, like
Same.
be in with those if we're going to be going on further. I don't want y'all to hurt me, but I just didn't like, it was not okay, so
this is a safe space. I already said.
No, I don't care about safe space, but I'm just
it ain't a safe space. Go ahead.
And especially in Catholicism, there's like greater sins and lesser sins. And it wasn't a cardinal, it wasn't like a huge sin. It was just a very lesser sin. So, and like, especially with Day, just like, okay, you know, forgiving them, and they talked it out and they worked it out. And especially for me, it's like, there was something between, if they had a problem and they worked through that problem, and I can't, who am I to hold it against them, you know?
You'd be me.
So and that's good, but I've got,
for you.
You're right. I've got my own enough resentments about the world. I'm not hanging on to somebody else's. Like, you know, I've got a past life. So
I guess
August has a pretty mouth as well. So.
I am going to hug August. And Mew, he had two, oh my goodness. He went from good Mew to evil Mew to, I don't know what he was at the end. Like, it was just like, I would just avoid him because I avoided Hira and the rest of them, so it just out of these three, he's the closest there. So that's what I'd say.
He's perfectly fine if he doesn't get cheated on, I feel like. But
yeah, just don't cheat on you. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, same. Just don't cheat on me. You'll be fine.
I don't know, but he already been cheated on, so I don't need all that. So
I don't know. I feel like August just reminds me so much of whatever little asshole character from Dark Blue Kiss. So like, I just have this link between the two characters, and I don't like them. I don't like them. So watching this, I just kept seeing that kid in my head, and like, I don't like your energy. I don't like your vibe. I need you off my screen.
Okay, that's fair enough.
But you know, they're young, they're children, whatever. I guess they can learn. I was young and a child too. I didn't do this shit, but whatever.
I just want everybody to go listen to our podcast because maybe not this, but you may have done other things, homewrecker.
I mean, I wasn't a homewrecker. I was an accidental homewrecker. There's a difference. No. Thank you. There's a difference. By going along with DC's ethical non-monogamy.
Right.
Unethical. Right. Not at fault.
Shao, can you paste the exact timestamp and the video in the comments?
But you know, that's if he just like happened to fall onto the, you just like, you know, it wasn't a.
Well, technically, I never fell once because she called me in the middle of the night before I had a chance. But that's neither here nor there. So you know, it's whatever. Whatever. Am I the drama?
Oh wow!
Topher, you are Boston.
Oh.
Next category. Oh, speaking of.
Right?
Am I the drama? But drama. The actual drama. Boston from Only Friends, Ritsu from End of the World with You, and Boeing from Only Friends.
Ooh.
Baby bird into his mouth, child. Lord, I ain't got no more time.
I haven't watched End of the World with You, but that little GIF you have on there right now is I hate you, and I hate that you put that in there.
We need to highlight some
the
of the
best possible
way
way
of people who haven't watched the show. Like, assuming some people haven't watched the show, I need to put out the best foot forward.
It's
Lord.
Which one is Ritsu? Is it the one
on the top?
The mama bird. Mama bird.
Mama bird.
Mama bird.
All right. That's who I'm hugging.
But see, you can't even see his full face. Hold on, let me get you a face picture.
I already looked it up. I looked him up.
Okay, I was gonna say because he had nothing but
I looked him
cheekbones and
up.
lips. So like,
Right? He's just like.
Oh, you got that neck. Oh God, that little mark. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, Huggin. I don't know anything about his character. Huggin.
that's pretty much it.
Boston. I guess I'll marry because it's Neo, and that's it. That's literally it. Boeing, I will avoid. He is too much for me. I mean, listen, Boston at the end is better than he was at the beginning, I suppose. But also, I would just, I would enjoy the benefits of marriage. That's it. Boeing is the drama.
Right?
I mean, they're all the drama, but like, I'll surprise, surprise, I'll marry Boston, I guess, even though I'm not him. Edison, thank you. I'm not him because I'm marrying him and I would not marry myself. So therefore, but I would marry him. It wouldn't be a happy marriage, but I would marry him because at least I know what I'm getting. I said it since day one. Boston, he's told me who he was since day one, and the whole series got mad at him for being who he said he was. So it's like I know what I'm getting into. And, we can set down some stipulation, maybe some ethical non-monogamy. We can explore some things, whatever. But I know what I'm getting into with that marriage. Like I want to avoid Boeing, but I want to viciously hug Mond. So like it's very difficult because that man is just beautiful. My God, God, and nipples. But I guess I have to avoid Boeing. Like he, as a character, he was just, no, that's just unnecessary drama. Don't need it. Like I guess I'm hugging Ritsu. He'd give a fine hug. He'd give a great hug. He'd hug. They'd all give great hugs. They'd all give great hugs. Like just a big old hug fest. Just hugs all around. Hugs across the board. But yeah.
I think I have to marry Boston.
Ooh, okay.
Same reason. He is the one who was always upfront about who he was. And even though I didn't like a lot of the things he did, I liked his honesty. Whereas Boeing was very sneaky, very manipulative, and was the drama. But I'm going to hug Boeing because he reminds me of one of those guys who would come up to you and be like, "Where's my hug?" So
I guess I have to oblige.
Exactly. And I would have to oblige. That's exactly it. I don't have anything against Ritsu, but it's just turning out that I'm going to have to avoid him. But I think that's okay because he already has his thing going on. He doesn't need me to be involved. World's ending.
Just don't got much time with him anyway.
Exactly.
I cannot stop looking at this GIF. What have you done to me, Edison?
So you
add it to the 48-hour stream.
The one with you, Seeing My Crush, and what's the other one that you have?
I mean, that's a great little marathon, honestly.
Right.
I just added it.
As a character goes, I would hug Boston because that hugging is good. Hug Boston. And I defended Boston through Only Friends because especially like comparatively to everybody else as the series went on, he was kind of like, that's who he is. And I felt bad for Nick because he was trying to change him and he wanted something and all this other kind of stuff. And Boston was like, I'm not going to give it to you. And I think Boston was a real victim when he had his friend smack him and had her brother lie on him. And he never got an apology. And she was just like, oh, well, oh, So, I would like to hug him like a makeup hug for everybody else. I want to avoid Boeing because Boeing is a drama, because Boeing, and I want a drama. I love drama when it's someone else's and I can watch it from afar, but you're not bringing that in my house. And it was just like he went from this person to this person because he was wanting something just to want it, doesn't care about them. People were a means to an end for him. And I said this about Ritsu. Ritsu is very familiar. Like, especially when he was in college. And that was a very familiar person to me. But then, like, he grew by the end of the world. Maybe it takes the end of the world for some of those people who are toxic to be, like, fine. But, like, also, when you're married, you get lots of hugs.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you get a lot.
At least for the first year.
I was going to
A lot. We were married for a year because the world's ending in 7 days. So,
well, it's gonna be great 7 days. Okay,
right?
Gonna get nothing else done.
But yeah, Ritsu was just his personality, just was very familiar and just like, okay, doing it.
This is struggling for me because I don't think I can trust any of these people. I need to base my decision based on who I can trust the most.
Who has money?
Oh,
Boston. Like, Boston, you can trust him to, like, not
to
do
cheat
what
on
he's
me.
going to say.
I can trust him to cheat on me.
I mean, listen. He still did what he did to Mew, his supposed best friend, with Top.
Yeah, but like,
I'm not saying
were
like,
they really best friends? Were they?
That's their words, not mine.
They used the term, but like,
it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what they think.
But did they think that, or did they just use the term?
I question the term "friends" because that was a very
wide hashtag bestie
definition.
people on the internet all the time. Hey, Twinsy, how you doing? Yeah, aren't they? Like they were classmates. That's
right. They were in a group together, a group project.
I'm avoiding Boston.
I'm not defending Boston.
Yes, you are.
Everyone's defending. I'm avoiding Boston because I feel like his psychology or personality or whatever is someone who needs a lot of approval, and I don't think I have the clout to give him approval. And I don't want to be the person who he settles for approval, which is what I felt like Nick was. Like, yeah, I just feel like we would not be happy together because I'll always be thinking he's trying to fuck up words, like fuck hotter all the time. And I'm like, Boeing is more attractive than Boston in my eyes, so I would hug Boeing. And then I would marry Ritsu because I feel like Ritsu genuinely loved the person he was in the show. But it just took him a while to get there. At least I can trust in the end. Whereas Boeing, I feel like, Boeing, I just don't think I can trust him in the same way at all.
I changed my answer.
Oh.
Because I just remembered Boston, politician son. I ain't trying to get mixed up in all that and have to hide my relationship and shit. I'll hug Boston. I'll marry Ritsu.
Oh.
There you go. That's even better.
I'm not trying to keep my life hidden from these politics and all this shit.
Yeah, he wants to move to the U.S. though. So,
He wants to, but is he going to? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I want to do lots of things, but Here I am in happy Florida. So.
Right. And what you want to do and what you're going to do.
Okay.
Can we move on so that I can stop looking at this GIF?
Yes.
Wait till you see the next one.
Right?
Next category
Oh, no.
is sandwich. So this is
Oh!
polyamorally inclined. Here we have 3 choices
Oh my God, oh
of
my
2
gosh.
pairs. We have Tay and Joss from 3 Will Be Free, Jimin Wen from Moonlight Chicken, and Max Tool from Manner of Death. And someone might have tweeted this morning about these options.
Thank God to them.
Well, I did this before you did that, but let's see what you would have chosen.
He said you plagiarizing.
So let's hear what you want to do first. I mean, we gotta give everybody else some time, and you have
Me?
no, Edison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I've not thought
let's
about
go.
all of these because I have thought about so many things. And for me, it's really about Tay versus Tool. I think it's Tool. Out of everybody. Like, everybody else is not a factor to me in this game besides those 2. So it's difficult because they're both... they're both very attractive, obviously. They're both very kind, and they both have like a very happy-go-lucky spirit, I feel like. And it's a very reassuring happy-go-lucky spirit. But I think Tool just has the edge based on series. Oh, but I don't want to live in the countryside. It's hard. It's like, do you want a bestie in Tay or do you want a daddy in Tool? Like, that's just really hard to figure out. I think
Both is good.
I want a daddy. I'm going to go with marry Tan and Dr. Bon, hug Tay and Joss, and avoid Jim and Wen.
This one is so easy for me. Shin and Neo marry. Jim and Wen hug. Tan and Bun avoid. That's it.
Is it based on the show or the actors? Or
The show. I like the characters Shin and Neo, like I always did. And just like I will, Mild's character, I will self-insert myself into her role.
Same.
And that's fine. And then, okay, I think I do kind of have a bias with Tay. Like, I do love Tay, so that adds to it. But Jim and Wen, that one hug by default because I don't feel that strongly about Tan and Bun.
this is easy for me, but it's easy for another way. Hug Tan and Dr. Bun because like that threesome hug would be it would be very, it's like something I would like marry Jim and Wen because especially at the end they have that little chicken shop, and then they even like set up one in Japan. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And so I just love their doing something that they love, and also the love in the relationship. So I would like to be in that. It's like, oh, this is a good relationship you have in here. Move over. Like, I'm getting in this relationship. And I haven't seen 3 Will Be Free, so I'm avoiding them.
Oh,
it's actually
I've
haven't.
seen something DC's not seen. What? I'm sorry.
I haven't finished that show on Manner of Death. Sorry.
Yeah, Married Death was good. It was just so good. But that's why I want to be like, oh, we hugging up inside the country.
Yes, this is an easy one for me. Sean, you know about my donut of Chris's, yes? I've not told you the donut of Chris's?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, basically, I have a donut of Chris's. My friends know this, where it's just fine ass famous Chris's. So we've got Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, Chris Pine, Chris Pratt, and Christopher Maloney. And I would like them to, and I'm also Chris. Hi, Christopher. And they make the ring of the donut. They just stand in a circle, and then I am the donut hole. And
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I thought.
So that's my donut of Chris's. So that applies to the sandwich, just a big old donut ring. Just hi.
Topher, you are Boston.
Big sandwich, love. But if I had to make like definitive choices based on the characters, I would have to marry Tan and Dr. Bun. Like obviously the hugs would be great for them. Watching that series is where I coined the phrase, good dick will fuck up your credit and get you handcuffed to a banister.
True.
That's serious. So I will marry them. I'll hug Shin and Neo because I really did enjoy their whole dynamic. I love the whole just sort of three-way. I don't really know if I want to call it a defined open relationship or a polyamorous part of what. I don't really know what we defined it as by the end of the series, but I enjoyed the exploration that we went on with them. And I just enjoyed seeing them together. So yes, I would hug them. And I guess I would have to avoid Win and Jim and Wen by default. If we're talking the actors, I aggressively have to hug Jim and Wen because Earth, my God. Since day one, I saw that man. My God, your God, everyone's God. Oh Lord. So yes, I would have to hug. But based off the characters, I'll marry Bun, hug the three people, and avoid Moonlight people.
I think I would marry Tan and Dr. Bun. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I just like them, and they happen to be both closer to my type, I would say. Anyways, so it would work out probably better. Although I do like Tay. I haven't seen Three Will Be Free,
Yeah.
so I can't really judge on that. I do like Tay, the actor. I don't really know the character though, and I would hug Jim and Wen mostly for Mix. That's it. But I was going to say that I would marry them too, just because of Mix. I don't know. I don't really have a great answer for any of these.
You're stuck between those two. Okay.
I see that this defines the difference in Topher and I's taste.
I was just going to say, literally, if there's a ship, Sean and I just take the opposite.
Yeah.
Last category is icons. So we have Mollie from The Warp Effect, Yo from OnlyFriends, and Kaipa's mum from Moonlight Chicken. Because she was an icon.
Mm-hmm. I don't like any of the. I don't like the avoid option on any of these.
Well, we can kill instead.
Right.
No, we can change the rules and kill them.
I don't want that
No, we don't
either.
we don't want to kill someone who's about to die anyway.
Cut her out of her. I have not seen Warp Effect, so I guess I'm going to avoid Mollie. Although I love her haircut. I love everything like styling wise about her. She looks fabulous and I love her. Like Bicon, yes. I don't know the character. This is just what I'm seeing. I love Mama. I love Moonlight Chicken Mama. Like she's my heart. She's the soul. Mama's boy all day, every day. I love her. So I guess I'll have to marry her. Yo, I'll give her a hug because she didn't really get done service in the series. So I'll give you a hug. As like, I'm sorry. Maybe next season they'll do something with your baby girl. But
I guess similar for me. I would marry Mama. I do love moms. I guess I didn't know that I liked them that much, but evidently I would marry this Mama because she's a sweetheart and I love her. I think I would hug Mollie because she went through some stuff and she deserves a hug and I love her. But I don't want to avoid Yo either, but that's default.
I would marry Mollie because it would be great. Like being in a relationship with another non-binary person would be great and awesome. And we would respect each other's pronouns, and then it's just the whole thing about like there's some out of these three, there's just some things I don't have to communicate. And for a relationship and for a marriage, I think it would just be great, grand, and groovy. Mollie is chasing their dream, and they have people. Well, I don't know, because afterwards they did go back and change the future. But anyway, but yeah, I would marry Mollie. I would hug Yo. And
You killing mama?
We're killing the mom.
I was
Early?
She gonna die anyway, so.
I didn't even say anything. I said about
Peacefully or violently.
right. I am hugging Yo because Yo is just. She just seems so amazing and things like that. And like one night, fine, but also she is just like really stand up and she knows what she wants. And I also feel that series did her wrong in that I wanted more, because I was like, I'm waiting for something.
Mm-hmm.
Then I get a little bit of story and I'm like, okay, this is great.
And then it's over.
It's not even like, it didn't even like begin and end. It just like, it was a start and it just left off. And I'm just like, oh, well, they're together now, I guess. So yeah, I'm avoiding the mom because I'm not going to say that. I'm just avoiding the mom because it is the last, even though it's sad and she's about to die and things like that. And so, yeah, so that's what I wanted to say.
So you're leaving her in her time of need, is what you're saying. You're just, she's on her deathbed and you're just like,
this whole day. I'm avoiding her, so I never met her. She have her son. I'm off hugging Yo and like chilling with Mollie. Like we so I don't know this Harpo, who's this woman? No, I'm just kidding.
It's okay. I'll hug the mom. She was
you.
a great mom. And that's that. She was an icon. I'm gonna marry Mollie because I love Sylvie. And out of these three, probably the closest to my type, which leaves Yo as a default avoid, even though I don't want to avoid her because I love her too.
I'm gonna hug Kaipa's mom because that's my mother-in-law and you gotta respect them and
makes sense.
I'm gonna marry Mollie because Mollie is a future movie star, so I want that clout. So Yo is avoiding by default, but that's because I'm avoiding Yo because I stole her man. Well, I didn't steal her man because I can't, but like.
Although for those who haven't seen Through Will Be Free, that's where I first got introduced to Jenny as an actress. And I loved the character arc they took her in there. So if no other reason.
Do you see? I can't believe you haven't watched Through Will Be Free. I feel like that's so up your alley.
I've seen so many things, but
like, I've seen so much.
I will put it on the Twitch watch list or something on my own.
Sure.
It just got done, so yeah.
You've got three-way relationships. You've got trans representation. You've got cute little blonde boy.
Wait a minute, they got trans representation and
Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny. Yeah, okay. But all right, so we're done.
We're done. That's the end of our video for Hug, Marry, Avoid. Hope everybody enjoyed your time with us here, and please let us know your choices in the comments. We'd be very keen to hear everybody's thoughts. Hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, no matter how you're spending it, and get those chocolates for discounted prices And yeah, it's been great seeing everybody for this, and we shall see everybody again another time. How do we exit this? How do we exit?
Bye.
Bye. Look to the North Star.
Nobody gets the North Star reference.